Hey y'all, it's Coach D here. Happy Friday to you guys. Happy start of the weekend to you all. What I like to do on the weekend is I like to prep my meals. And the only reason why I choose Friday for the most part is because it's when I had the most downtime. It's when I like to self-prioritize my time. It's when I like to, make sure that my nutrition is straight for the next couple of days. It's when I like to just make sure that I get it cooked, make sure that I get it prepared, so that way I just don't have any distractions. If I want to hang out on Saturday or Sunday and rip and run and do some things, I know that I have my meals already prepared. I know that I'll have them prepared for the rest of the a couple days, or it could be the rest of the week. Just depends on how I like to cook. But I like to just get them out of the way on Friday because I said it's my downtime, it's my self prioritization day. It's where I like to take my time to unwind from the week, get things done that I need to get done, and meal prepping is definitely one of those days. By that time, I have basically depleted my meal prep by the week. From the week, and I, want to make sure that I'm prepared for the weekend because your body does not know that it's the weekend. So what you want to do is make sure that you're prepared. Just because it's Friday does not mean that you do not need to be prepared for your nutrition for the weekend. It doesn't give you a pass. So if you've ran out of your nutrition, you ran out of your meal prep, then you need to hop to the store and you need to go get you some food for the weekend, right? Because the worst thing we can do is not be prepared when it comes to our nutrition. You'll end up jumping to the store, to get anything from, just some processed foods, or you might end up going to the fast food restaurant, just anywhere just to satisfy your hunger because you are so hungry that you don't even have the time or the mental capacity to go home and cook something. So I say to combat that, just always be prepared. Even if you are going to be out for a while, have that meal prep ready. Eat before you're about to leave out, and eat if you can while you're there. Take your food with you so that way you stay on track. So the best way to be prepared is to always just stay prepared. So I'm going to take you through unpacking my groceries. I literally just went grocery shopping, and I wanted to just give you some simple ways of starting this journey. I want to give you some simple things. I don't like to give people like really, really, I would say, like rambunctious recipes to start with because just getting started on this journey can be difficult in itself. So what I like to do is really to keep it simple, really keep it simple, really, really simple. I don't like to complicate things. Now, whether or not you want to add to that, it's really up to you. But my meal plans are geared towards providing you the substances, the macronutrients that your body needs to, for you to get through the day, for you to have energy, for you to burn fat, for you to lose weight, and for you to retain lean muscle, okay? So this is what this is going to look like. Now, what this box entails is probably my food for, I'll probably say between Wednesday and Friday of next week. And that's only if my son gets into it. I like to make sure that he eats properly too. All right, so whatever habits you form now with your kids is habits that's going to stay, and that is going to be habits that will stay with them for a lifetime. But you also don't want to give them habits that's going to stay with them for a lifetime that they're going to have to be reactive for, as far as undoing them. Because let's be honest, like us as adults, we are 30, 40, 50 years old trying to undo habits that we have just you know put on throughout the years. And like I said, it's just hard for us to break. So I'm going to take you through a simple, just unpacking of my groceries. This is very basic. I do like to use sauces. I do like to use condiments on my things. So it's not like I just eat some bland diet all the time. I do like to step outside of this box, but like I said, I don't want to overload you. I just want to provide you with the basics, okay? So first we're going to start with my vegetable of the week. I've chosen frozen broccoli. I've chosen frozen broccoli for this week only because it's very simple for me to make, and my son loves it. So I want to make sure that he gets the vegetable, right? And broccoli is one of those things that is low, one of those vegetables that's low in calories. Now, broccoli can have its effects where it can bloat you, so just be cognizant of that. If it's one of those vegetables that bloat you, then you can always go to another green vegetable. But I just like broccoli. Like literally, a cup of this is like maybe like 30 calories. So that right there in itself is a plus, right? And then on top of that, like I said, it's easy. Like what I like to do is just put this bad boy in the oven, bake it with some grapeseed oil for like on 425 for like 30, 40 minutes, depending on how crispy you want it, how soft you want it, and it's done. I literally can, get it together, throw it in the oven, and I don't have to look at it again. So this is my vegetable for the week, okay? Now, and I want to go back to vegetables because with vegetables, you also have to be cognizant of their carbohydrates grams. Broccoli only has four. Oh, this broccoli says only has about 4 grams of carbs, which is great, and that's for every 1 1/3 cup. So that's very, very low. So when you're looking at your vegetables, you want to make sure that they are not high in carbohydrates. A lot of people don't know that vegetables can carry very, very high contents of carbohydrates. So just be careful when you're picking your vegetables, okay? Then I have here my rices, okay? My rices for the week are jasmine and basmati. Now, there's not really a difference to these. I've been usually doing the jasmine rice, right? And I wanted to try the basmati only because it's equal in its contents to jasmine. It's 160 calories for 1/4 cup. It's 35 grams of carbohydrates to that 1/4 cup, and it's 4 grams of protein. So I wanted to just try it out because I've been hearing, a lot of people asking about basmati rice, and it's really equal to jasmine rice, okay? So this is going to be one of my carbohydrates for the week. Now, your carbohydrates are what provides you with your energy sources. So I'm not a coach that likes to strip my clients of carbs because essentially you need carbs to do everything. You need carbs to walk, talk. You need carbs to lift your weight. You need carbs to get through your sessions. So I highly recommend that you do not get rid of carbs. What I highly recommend is you figure out what your body needs for the goal that you're trying to achieve. So if you're trying to lose weight, you need to figure out how much your body needs for carbs in order for you to lose weight. And you need to figure out if you're trying to gain lean muscle, what that looks like for you carbs wise in grams, okay? So then I have my rices, okay, and I'll do that for either lunch or dinner, all right? Or sometimes I like to put my rice and mix it up with the protein in the morning as a quick breakfast. So that's another option right there, guys. So don't sleep on rice. Rice can be used in so many different ways. Okay, so usually what I like to eat when I return from the gym or if I'm going to the gym is oatmeal. Oatmeal is just one of those foods that I fell in love with since I've been on my fitness journey. Like my day is just like weird or off if I do not have my oatmeal. Now, oatmeal is one of those things that you have to be cognizant of, right? Because it is high in carbohydrates, but it is a good source of protein. It is a good source for your carbs, and it's a good source of fiber. It literally has about 7 grams of fiber for every 1/3 cup of oatmeal. So this bad boy right here helps you feel fuller longer. So I recommend oats. You can even do something in the midst of like grits or something like that. They have about the same content. You just want to make sure that you're eating it in reference to how much carbs your body needs, like I said, for your goals. So if you're going to have rice and then you're going to turn around and have oatmeal, you got to be cognizant that you're already in the 60 something grams of carbohydrates for the day. So in order to make sure that you're staying within your carbohydrates, what I like to do is have my clients track their food. Tracking your food is essential. That way you know that you're not going over your macronutrient intake for the day. So I'm not too concerned about this having 31 grams and this having 35 grams because I track my food. So I know what I'm eating. So I know that, okay, D, I'm about to be at my carbohydrate limit or I'm about to pass it. So my next meal cannot be high in carbs or it can't have carbs at all. So that is one thing I like doing there. Make sure you guys are tracking your food. So this will be like I said, either my pre-workout meal or post-workout meal with a source of protein, which will most likely be egg whites, okay? And if I don't want to do my oatmeal, what I'm going to do is a Thomas's English muffin. Like, these are like a hidden gem. You don't understand. Like, they are low in calories. They're a decent amount of total carbohydrates, which is 26 grams per, I guess, muffin, right? And they have 4 grams of protein in it. So even though this is a carbohydrate, you're still getting some protein in. People don't understand that the proper complex carbs can also give you that source of protein. And that protein is one of the hardest macronutrients that a lot of people struggle with getting in. So as long as you're picking the right complex carbohydrates to put into your system, you'll also be getting some of that protein intake too, right? I like to do this with a healthy fat like either peanut butter or almond butter, depending on how I'm feeling that day. Most of the time it's almond butter and probably some honey just to keep it on the low spectrum, right? In the healthier spectrum. Now, this is 100 calories, like I said, per muffin. So this is really, really good. Like, and it'll help you satisfy your sweet tooth as well, okay? So this will be probably my post-gym meal that I like to do with some type of protein. So like maybe like some ground turkey or something like that. Like on my way to the gym. Like this is what I'll eat before I work out and before I train my clients. So this is something quick that I can wake up in the morning, even if I'm running late, I can eat in the car, and it gets done really quick so I don't have to worry about cooking time, okay? So like I said, with the English muffins, I like to do a protein source. Most of the time, it's going to be ground turkey. Ground turkey is one of those meats that a lot of people stay away from just because they say turkey is dry. Well, turkey is only dry if you don't know how to cook it. A lot of times I like to put this bad boy on the stove top. I like to cook it with taco sauce. It gives it some really good flavor. And as long as you watch it, you continuously stir it, it'll come out nice and juicy. It's not dry and it's very flavorful. You have to be cognizant of turkey because turkey does have fat in it. But if you get the right turkey, it has healthy fats. You always need to keep fats in your diet. This because our hormones, especially as women, is regulated by fats. So when you have healthy fats in your system, it helps those mood swings. It helps with the PMS. It helps with just our hormones in general. So make sure that you're keeping some source of healthy fat in your diet. So like I said, this will be probably like my morning before I go train my ladies in the gym, just as it's something quick. I can put in a little bowl with my English muffin, roll out, right? So that's that. So then I have my sources of protein for my lunch or dinner, right, for this week. So I'm going to do salmon and I'm going to do tilapia. Now, salmon is one of those fishes that everyone loves, right? But you have to be very, very careful with salmon. Even though it's very, very high in protein, which is good, it's an excellent source of protein, it is also a fatty fish. So like I said, if you're going to be doing a lot of fats in your diet, you need to be making sure that you are calculating that fat intake during the day. You need to be logging your food because with this and this alone and maybe something else that has like maybe a piece of steak or something, you could be going over your fat intake way, or even like avocado. You can take your fat intake way up and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I done doubled my fat intake just off of three things of food in my diet in that day you don't even know because you're not tracking. So salmon, like I said, is very, very good for protein source, but it can be dangerous when it comes to the fat, so make sure you're monitoring that. This is also a really, really good fish for women, like I said, because of our hormones. You need those fats in your diet, okay? Now I have tilapia. Tilapia, I love tilapia. It's a really easy fish to cook, does not take a lot of cooking time. It is a very, very high source of protein with 20-something grams, 21 to 22 grams of protein in it per fillet. It has no fats, it has no carbs, okay? So I love tilapia just because of that. Now, I'm just getting back into fish tilapia especially, because this was one of the main fishes that I had to eat while I was bodybuilding. So I got away from it for a little bit because it was just like, okay, I need to give myself a break from this fish. I want something different. So, but I love tilapia, especially when I'm really about to go hard with cutting and when I'm about to go hard with aiming for my midsection. I love to incorporate tilapia as a lunch or dinner source. Most likely it's going to be a dinner source just because it's a lot of fish. I don't like to sleep on heavy food at night, so this will probably be eaten with a cup of broccoli and some water for dinner. All right, now I have my berries. My berries are essential because berries literally help with inflammation. It helps with the mucus that our body produces from food intake, okay? So berries are very good because they're antioxidants. So when you are making your oatmeal, or even if you don't want to do oatmeal and you want to make breakfast, or even as a snack, throw some berries in there. Berries are going to help you. They are a great superfood. They help you feel better. They make your body feel better. I never miss my oatmeal without my berries. I'm sorry, I never make my oatmeals without my berries. Like, that's one thing that also makes your oatmeal sweet. So if you don't want to put a lot of sugar in your oatmeal, which you shouldn't be. Sugar is the culprit, right? You should incorporate berries in there. They make it naturally sweet, and just put a little bit of honey in there, right? And then you have a very, very good meal, okay? So, and then you also have to make sure that I don't think a lot of people do this. You have to account for the liquids that you're putting into your body, right? Because if you look at this label says 1 cup of this milk has 130 calories. It has 5 grams of fat. It has 3 grams of saturated fat. And it also has 13 grams of carbohydrates in it, but 8 grams of protein in it. So I only use this milk to make my oatmeal, okay? So I would keep this very, very minimum. I'm probably only ingesting if half of the calories that's in this. So when you're tracking your food, also track the liquids that you are using to make this food. You need to be tracking your oils. All of that plays a factor into what your calorie intake looks like for the day. So just be cognizant of that. So just because it's in the container does not mean that it does not add to what you're putting into your body as far as your macronutrients, okay? So last but not least, I have another source of protein and another source of carbs. I love sweet potato, especially when I'm about to come my cycle. And I say that because it gives me that sweet, 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 sweet craving and satisfaction that my body has when I'm about to come on menstrual. It's no secret. Grown women have cycles for the most part. If circumstances still have you having a cycle. Sweet potatoes is a great way to combat that sweet tooth. It just, you can bake it, put some type of cinnamon on it. You can even put drizzle a little honey on it. I like to throw these in the oven. And I tell you, like, if I know I feel like I'm about to slip, I will go to a sweet potato so fast, and it will just nip that craving in the bud. So I love to keep sweet potatoes in the house. I love to keep them cooked, so that way I'm on board with what I am doing. Like I said again, sweet potatoes are a carbohydrate, so make sure that you're tracking them, okay? All right. And then last but not least, I have my egg whites, okay? Egg whites, a lot of people don't like them, but I love them. I love me a good egg white. They are low in calories, and they are very, very good protein source. And these bad boys, for me, they help me feel full longer when I pair them with my oatmeal, if I pair them with my Thomas's English muffin. I just love them. They are really easy to cook. I don't have to worry about boiling eggs, separating it. It's just, you waste a lot of food. You don't take in the extra fat that comes in the yogurt, especially if you're doing fatty, like protein sources. The egg white is very, very good at making sure that you're not adding a bunch of nonsense as far as fat content into your diet, right? So I do want to show you guys something else though. Here. I do like to use Louisiana hot sauce. Literally, like, this saves my life. Like, it has 0 calories. It is sodium. It has sodium in it, 200 mgs. So make sure that you're measuring it out. I know everybody's like, you gotta measure out everything. Yes, you do. Because if you don't, you can be overeating and it might not even look like it. But guess what? If you don't measure, I promise you, you're gonna overeat. So I like to put this on my egg whites or anything that you feel like might have came out too bland. Just put some hot sauce on it, okay? And I promise you, this will save your life. Oh, got one more thing. How could I forget my protein sources? The supplements, my Herbalife nutrition shakes. Like I said earlier, protein is one of the hardest sources for people to get in enough of so that their body gets what it needs for the day. These right here are very, very high in protein, low in calories, and you can even use them as a meal replacement. So this right here might seem like too much of you, because as we get older, we don't have much of an appetite. Our appetite actually decreases, right? So if you have trouble eating your calories, you can drink your calories with just a Herbalife meal replacement shake. I like to do these as my snack. You see, I don't have too much of anything up here, or anything up here, really, that's going to be a snack for me, unless it's some fruit, which I most likely won't do. I most likely will just put it in my oatmeal and just call it a day, right? Or if I'm not going to have oatmeal, I'll eat it with my egg whites and my English muffin, and that'll be my berries for the day. But if you cannot eat your food, at least make sure that you're getting a protein source that you can actually have as a meal replacement. Not all protein shakes are meal replacements. Not all protein shakes have enough carbs in it, have enough fat in it, and have enough protein in it. And then it has a bunch of additives in it that just are not good for you at all, right? So if you're looking for something that can help you to make sure that you're staying on track with your calories, make sure you're staying on track with your macronutrients, your proteins, your carbs, your fats, Herbalife is it, okay? I stand by this. This product is great. I love Herbalife products. It's helping so many of my clients to get what their recommended amount of calories are a day. And like I said, their macronutrients in, and they're feeling good. They're feeling lighter. Their stomachs are feeling better, and they don't feel bad about skipping a meal, because they can just literally go to their protein drink and say, okay, I got my meal in for the day, because it is a meal replacement. So, and it helps them to reach their protein intake. So I'm hoping that this helped you guys, just to start, just to think about what type of foods that you can incorporate in your diet. I'll be bringing some more recipes on here for you guys. Like, I like to bring ground turkey in and make whole wheat pasta. I'll show you how to make that. I love to experiment with my food. Like I said, I don't just not put anything on this. I use all different type of seasons and things like that. And I definitely will be making more of these videos, as I think it's important for people to know what their week can look like as far as food is concerned. So if you guys have any questions around nutrition, if you have any particular videos that you would like me to do, I can do videos on liquids. I mean, I think that probably will be my next video, because people don't realize what they're drinking. And that is another source of weight gain. That is just an enemy right there. But that's for later on. But like I said, comment below with any type of videos that you would like to see from me. I hope this helped you guys. Remember, your body does not know it's the weekend, so keep going. Make sure that you're prepped for the weekend. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend and have a restful weekend, and just be in joy, be in happiness, and be in peace. All right? Talk to you guys later.